Today's Wednesday, so it's 6 days post-ozone. It's the best way for me to remember this. It has been great since the ozone. Like, it's honestly been really good. And the last 2 days were awesome because here in Chicago, it was 70 degrees. And I spent a lot of time outside over the last 2 days. And that, like, I felt so full and complete. Like, I felt so happy, so good, so full. And then last night when I did the, God, I can't fucking think, this brain fog, Jesus Christ. Last night when I did the sauna, Jesus, I just had a really hard, like, tough Herxheimer reaction, and I didn't feel good. Like, I didn't feel good afterwards, and then I planned on doing work last night, and I couldn't do anything, and I went to bed early. I went to bed at, like, 9:30. Maybe it was 10:30, I don't know. But I got, like, 9 to 10 hours of sleep last night, which isn't normal because I work, and so I have all these things always going on. So I tried to get, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but like 9 is like a lot for me. And I woke up this morning and I didn't feel like super good about myself. Like, I know this about myself where, like, I can just tell, like, I feel a little bit depressed today, and I don't feel super anxious, but I have a little bit of the anxiety symptoms. And it's hard not to, like, beat myself up over it because, like, I'm doing everything. Like, I'm doing everything every single day, and I'm, like, fighting really hard, and, like, it's like a huge process of doing this, but it's hard when, like, you have really good days and you think that, like, things are just gonna be good, and then you wake up like this and you're just like, fuck, like, why can't things just, like, be easy? It's like I'm having these really good days and I'm spending time in nature, and nature is so beneficial for me, but it's like, then I still have, like, I wake up and I have, like, a really hard day, or, like, I have a really hard reaction, and it shows that, like, what I'm doing is working. Like, these Herxheimer reactions, like, it's working, and I'm doing all the right stuff, but it's so difficult when you're doing all these things to still wake up and feel like crap, and, like, have these other types of really sad emotional feelings, and, like, it's just really emotionally difficult to deal with. Like, I'm trying, and then I was, like, just reading this article about, like, Lyme disease and talking about tinnitus, and it's like I didn't know what that word was, and I was like, what is this tinnitus they keep talking about? And it's the fucking ear ringing. It's the ear ringing, and, like, the ear ringing is so annoying. This is something, like, since I've started detoxing, that has gotten super worse. It's the ear ringing and, like, the orbitals in my eyes. It's like these, like, moving things, and a lot of it is specifically on my left side of my face. Like, the ear ringing, I feel like I can feel, like, shooting, like, rings. That's, like, how I imagine it, because it's like ning, ning, and it's, like, constant, like, ning, like, coming out of my ear, and it's like the sound of, I grew up in an old house, so I can, like, compare it to this. I guess maybe if you didn't grow up in an old house, you've never, like, heard something like this, but I feel like you can with lights. But, like, when you turn, like, if you have a light and you can, like, move it up and down, if you don't turn on, like, a light all the way, or if you turn it on really low, you can hear, like, a ring in there. It's like it's like the light's not totally on. That's what it sounds like in my head, and it is specifically on my left side, and I don't know all the reasoning for that. And the orbitals, too, will be on both eyes, and I'm very sensitive to light, but, like, a lot of it is on my left side. It's like I'm just reading about this, like, tinnitus and this, and it does make me happy to know that, like, other people have those symptoms or whatever, but, like, especially when I'm, like, I guess I shouldn't read this stuff when I'm having, like, a tough day, because then it just kind of, like, it's hard for me, to, like, deal with. And God, I just look so gone, like. The other thing, too, it's like I can't get rid of these, like, really heavy rings under my eyes. If anyone has any tips for that, that would be great. I think a lot of it chalks up to, it's obviously because my body is, like, fighting a sickness, but I cannot get rid of these dark circles under my eyes, and they just get worse and worse and worse. Like, they're nonstop. Like, I slept 9 hours last night, but I feel like they just constantly keep getting worse. And I know I don't look my best right now. I don't have any makeup on or anything, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. So I can't get rid of some of these zits that just keep coming out. I'm doing the bentonite clay masks, but like these extractions coming out of my skin just will not go away. Ugh. It's frustrating for me because I am a super motivated, like outgoing, hardworking, like determined person. But it's like last night, it's like when I started having a reaction and like I couldn't do anything. It's hard for me to deal with that and be like, this is okay. Like, you have to let your body relax. I can't even speak. Relax. And my doctor said, she was like, you have to be kinder to your body and like know that it needs help. Like, it needs to relax and it needs you to be easier on it. And I have been. I would like to just not have everything be so difficult and that I can just do things and not, like, I think that also like played a part in this. It's like I felt mad last night that I couldn't do work, and I went to bed, which, you know, I listened to my body, and I slept really good through the night. Like, I really did. And I also sleep really good when I spend time in nature. But this is hard. Like, this is really hard. And I've just been trying to increase, like, walking every day. Like, I'm used to working out 5-6 days a week, doing like HIIT workouts, pull-ups, push-ups, like weight training, cardio, like all these things. I'm used to working out like that. And I'm trying to push myself to walk 10,000 steps a day because I'm not able to move and like work out the way that I want to. And I feel like I want to work out. So I'm trying to just walk, and my body is sore from just walking. And I just think that that's also like affecting me, because how can I be sore from just walking when I'm used to being this super active person? Like, how is this possible? Like, walking is walking. I shouldn't be sore from that. But it's like my body is fighting so hard to push the disease out that it's like walking is enough for it. Like, it's too much for it. And that's hard for me to deal with, knowing that like just walking alone is really difficult on my body. Like, walking. The thing is about this detox and healing your body is it is not linear. Like, it does not go like this. It is up and down and up and down and up and down. And this is a case in point. Like, the last 2 days, I had such good days. And it's like, I feel like I'm going like this. And it's like, no, hello, welcome back. You have disease. Like, no. Oh, it's just difficult to deal with. The ups are so great, but the downs like smack you in the face. So I've been going to yoga once a week. I've been going to yoga once a week, and I'm going to that tonight. And it's a little bit colder today. Welcome to Chicago. It's 30 degrees now, which means I won't spend as much time outside today, but I do want to go outside. I even did grounding like the last 2 days. I love grounding. But I'm going to go to yoga tonight, and, you know, obviously it's easier on the body. What was I even trying to talk about? I can't stand this brain fog. Jesus Christ. I don't even know, like, what I was trying to say. My brain doesn't even work. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go to yoga and obviously be easy on my body. And I actually really enjoy yoga because I just feel like I'm stretching / like meditating the whole time, because you're like focusing on your breathing. And I really like that because my body is so, like, my body aches. My body is so sore. It's not just like the walking, but just like in general, like I have the worst body aches ever. And like when I do the magnesium salt floats or like the Epsom salt baths, like my body does feel better because it's soaking, you know. So I do like being in this like very calming, like yoga is very meditative like, and I never thought that I would like do yoga. Like I am like a HIIT workout type of girl. Like I never thought that I would do yoga. Holy shit. It's very enjoyable. I don't really feel like I'm working out. I think because it's a different type of workout that I'm used to doing, but I feel really good afterwards, which is good. I've been really focused on saying things that I'm grateful for every single day, because I want to push through and move into another stage in my life, and you cannot move forward and be awarded with things when you're not grateful for the things that you have now. So even though I am not like happy to be dealing with this, like I am so grateful like for so many things in my life. And I think that like if you're dealing with chronic illness, like this is something that you can use to help push you through. Like, you know, it's difficult to be positive. You know, I'm obviously like going through a hard time, but just feeling grateful. Like even the smallest things I'm grateful for. Like I'll say that I'm just grateful for my family, or I'm grateful for a warm bed to sleep in, or having healthy food available to me, like, or even just the opportunity to be able to know what's wrong with me and to be able to fight this. Like I'm grateful for that, especially because for 5 years I had no idea what was wrong with me. And so I'm grateful for all those things, and I say it every day, and I find other things to be grateful for, you know, small things. And then I'm also just back into like my meditation routine of just doing it for like 5-10 minutes every morning. I used to use apps, but now I've just been turning on meditation music, focusing on my breathing, visualizing these things that I want. And it's just become a really nice morning routine. On top of making my bed, you got to do something to feel achieved. Make your bed, people. So anyways, that's what's going on. I can keep my positivity and I can talk about, but like, unless I show you where I'm having these really tough, difficult times, like, I don't think you'll understand. And for anybody who's going through this themselves, you will understand, because it is so not linear. It is the most difficult thing to deal with. And I just want to show like the real and rawness of it, and how difficult this process is. Like, and this is like the most difficult thing to deal with. And it's also sucky because it's not like this short time where you're like, I'm going to deal with this for the short amount of time. You don't know how long you're going to deal with this for, and you don't know how long it's going to take your body to rid itself of it or to detox it, or if you ever will. I think that was something that also popped in my head this morning that got me emotional, like thinking like, what if I never get rid of this? Like, what if like this goes on forever? And that's a negative thought that like I don't want to have, but I also need to like kind of mentally prepare, like that could be possible. Like that could be possible. So like I need to be prepared for that, and that's something that like affects your thoughts and you. And so that like scared me a little bit. I think this morning, like after I read the Lyme thing, I was like, what if I never get rid of this? And if I never do, then I know what to do to deal with it. And I surround myself and I have supportive people around me to help me. I will handle it with positivity and grace and not let it define me, because I'm not defined by this illness that I have. I am who I am. This is just something that I have to deal with, and I will not let this define my life. So it doesn't matter if I have it for the rest of my life. I am not defined by this, and I am going to do everything in my power to move past it and go on with my life. I'm not letting this stop my life. So I hope everybody has an awesome day. And I'm gonna go, it's 30 degrees out, but I think I'm gonna go take my mom's dogs for like a run in the park, because it's been nice out and they've just been so happy to go outside. And then it'll just get me outside before I jump into doing work stuff. So I hope everybody has a good day. As down as that was, be positive. I'm gonna continue to be positive. Be there for myself, be there for people. I'm fighting through this. I'm a fighter, so keep your head up, all right? Peace. Just out here, my chai tea. It's just filtered water, almond milk, and chai, and a little bit of honey. I'm not on any sugar. I don't get to have any sugar. I never thought there would be a day where I would have to say that. Sugar feeds Lyme, feeds mold, so there's not that. But I can have a little bit of honey every day. Honey is super medicinal, which is good for you. And I never thought there would be a day where I would say, I'm not drinking coffee. I can't believe it's been over 2 months. But you know what? It has severely decreased my anxiety, which is super beneficial. I just feel, we're out here. I feel really good being out in the elements, and as difficult of a day as you're having, just keep pushing forward, stay positive, keep going. There's a lot of things to be thankful for. So I'm going to come out here, spend some time in nature before I do some work all day. And there's that. I always make sure to bring a bag and pick up any trash that's outside. If we want to change the world, guys, if we want to save the world, we have to be the change. Everybody's, will say like, oh, somebody should do something about that. You're somebody. If we don't take care of this beautiful earth the same way it correlates with our bodies, if we don't take care of the one body that we are given, you will die. You get one body. It's so precious. It's more precious than a car, a watch, anything. You have one body. If you don't take care of it, that's all you get. We have one earth. If we don't take care of this earth, that's all we got. Small things. Pick up trash. Don't litter. Like, I come out here and I just pick up as much trash as possible, and it's always plastic. Plastic is ruining the earth. So do your part. And here also, reusable cups. Like, do your part. Don't take part in, these single-use plastic items. Like, straws are a great thing, but what about cups? All these things that you need to be doing. So just try and be a good person and do as many things as you can to make a difference in this world, because the world needs people like you. And regardless of what you're going through, they need you. And you can be a good person. So be a good person. I'm going to enjoy this time out here. Hopefully walk for about 30 minutes. Just breathe it in. I usually put my phone on airplane mode and just enjoy it and spend time with the dogs and be by the trees. You need to breathe that in. It heals you. This is our spot. Get out in nature. They just like to run. I need the nature elements of it. You know what I'm saying? That's where we come. This is usually where I would run sprints with you guys, but that doesn't seem to be able to be happening. Come on! It's not going to happen for some time. I'm taking this to a whole nother level, guys. Usually I do my grounding where I'm just like sitting and I have my feet on the ground because I don't have like a large space to walk. It's 30 degrees out and we're just gonna do it right now while I'm walking the dogs. The reason why the ground looks like this with these holes is they come through and they do the aerating. I don't know what that means, but so we're just going a whole extra level here. And I'm not gonna lie, it's cold, so we'll see. Maybe I'll last like 5 minutes doing this, but I just took off my shoes. Now we're doing the grounding simultaneous with the walking. It all makes a difference. Every little bit makes a difference. And coming back through with my center for my life, being in center with the universe, being in center with earth, like, it's important. So here I am. All right, so this is my breakfast. This is my typical breakfast that I usually have. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm having oatmeal for breakfast, and it is a large bowl, and it's only about a half a cup of oats. These are the oats that I use. I got them from Whole Foods. It's really important to get organic oats because of the glyphosate that's in everything that Monsanto sprays on everything. Lord have mercy. So get organic oats because glyphosate is really bad for you, and it's specifically in things like oats. I also add into it Ceylon cinnamon. Ceylon cinnamon is the best cinnamon for you. It's one of the only like cinnamons that's actual cinnamon. Like the other cinnamon that's in the market isn't even like real cinnamon, and you will taste a difference. So yes, flaxseed, hemp seed, bee pollen, chia seed, and coconut butter. I obviously want to add a fat to it. It helps keep me satiated longer, but I like using coconut butter over coconut oil because it's actually from like the real coconut meat. It's not just like the oil that's expressed from it. So I like this way better. It makes the oatmeal super creamy. A tablespoon of each. Well, usually I do like a tablespoon of hemp seeds and a tablespoon of chia seeds. I'll do like half a tablespoon, kind of just depending on how to have flax seeds. And then I add in bee pollen, which is super good for you, and also good if you have allergies. This is from a local farm. I get it at my farmer's market. So yeah, but you can get it at like other health food stores. And the flax, hemp, and bee pollen I keep in the fridge. I'm also having with it a little juice here. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Anyways, so I've started putting back into my diet beet juice because beet juice is, it's just like insane the amount of benefits that beet juice has for you, especially if you are fighting illness. It's especially good for you. But you know, beet juice is like really earthy. Me and my sister were talking about this, about how like eating beets or having beet juice is like the most like earthy tasting thing, you know, like, and if you've ever had it, you probably know. So I combined it with this turmeric carrot juice. And obviously turmeric is like insanely good for inflammation. So I really like this one. You want to make sure that, well, you don't want to make sure, but it's nice. It's good that clearly they know this because turmeric is better absorbed in the body if it's combined with black pepper. So it's good that there is black pepper in this. Obviously everything's organic, not from concentrate. When you're ever buying juices, you don't want them to be from concentrate because they're not real juice then. But yeah, so this is a good buy, a good one to have. And I'm sorry talking, I might just have such brain fog, but juices are really good to bring back nutrients in the body, especially when, you know, you're detoxing and you're, you know, fighting something off. So I've been, you know, making sure to have a little bit of juice every single day. This is the first time that I got this brand, and obviously they're super good at marketing, like Beat It, like it's great, but I don't think that I'll buy this one again because number one, it's not organic, and it's not as big of an issue with the beet part of it, but it's combined with 10% apple juice, and apples are on the dirty dozen, which means they're one of the most highly sprayed foods with pesticides. So I don't want to consume that, especially since my body's working so hard to get chemicals out of it. I don't want to add chemicals back in. This is why it's so beneficial to eat an organic diet, because you don't want to add the chemicals back in when you're trying to get rid of them. So anyways, I filled this up majority with the carrot juice and then just added in about 2 ounces of the beet juice. So I'm gonna have that here, and this is the digestive enzyme that she recommended for me to be taking with all of my meals. So I also am taking one of these.